you felt betrayed as a musician?
Yeah, it felt like, come on. It just in the moment it felt like you're a hip hop star. Why would you do this? This is not for us. When core hip hop artists make pop songs, it upsets me because it can be a moment that blurs and messes up hip hop. To be frank, this song right here, Starship, is literally one of the most sellout songs in hip hop history.
Just to put that comment in a little tiny bit more context for just a second. Now, we mentioned, of course, the history, right? That so many forms of popular music have been invented by black people, co-opted by white people, jazz, blues, rock, we all know the story. Now, according to Franny Kelly,
one of the hosts of a podcast called Microphone Check,
which is a hip-hop podcast
from NPR Music.
According to her,
2013 was the first year that no black artist had a #1 song.
And since 1958, since they started the Hot 100 charts, this is the first year where no black artist has made it to #1. Now, this may be a blip, may not be, but what's clear is that there is a new force in town, a style of music called EDM.
EDM is a meaningless acronym that stands for electronic dance music. And it's like, you know...
It's more like an than a boom bap.
It's sort of an amalgam of synthy, dancey, techno, Euro, poppy stuff, and it has taken over.
What happened with EDM was just so glaring and fast, and then to see that sort of start to creep into hip-hop was scary for people.
Because according to Franny Kelly, what's scary is that EDM is a style of music that's meant to work on any dance floor with any crowd. So in a way, it's like a music without history on purpose.
A lot of the criticism of like EDM is that it is all about money. It is the corporatization of a genre with a long history. So in some ways, I think the root of the protest is don't sell our stuff to the highest bidder.
So a little context, anyhow. After
one of the most sellout songs in hip-hop history. Whoa. Listen to it!
After Peter trash talks Nicki Minaj's Starships, we arrive at that year's Summer Jam.
2012.
And that year, Nicki Minaj was going to be one of the big headliners.
The plan was for her to perform on the main stage inside Giant Stadium.
But outside the stadium in the parking lot,
earlier in the day,
there's the festival stage, which is where the underground backpack kids hang out. And that's so he's introducing the acts on that stage.
Now hold on, before I get to the real hip-hop of the day, because I see the real hip-hop heads sprinkled in here, I see them. I said, in trying to hype up this crowd, I know there's some chicks here waiting to sing Starships later. I'm not talking to y'all right now. That bullshit. Crowd kind of goes, ooh, and cheer a little bit. Like there's a cheer. Nothing crazy though, just a regular cheer. It's not like, I didn't realize a bomb was dropped. I forgot that not only was the festival stage live streaming, but it was live streaming on her website.
And her core fans,
her barbs as they're known,
are 13-year-old girls.
And when they see Peter say that,
they go wild. And they go out on the internet saying, who is this Rosenberg guy? What is his deal?
And he says within minutes,
it got back to Nicki and her people.
Before she went on stage?
Before she went on stage.
Oh, this is interesting.
So then there's this backstage conversation. Rosenberg, basically, as soon as he gets off stage, his boss...
My boss comes out, pokes his head around the curtain and goes, did you say something about Nicki Minaj? I was like, and I legit didn't remember. I'm like, oh, yeah, I did. And he's like, yeah, well, she just canceled the show, so she's not coming. And I was like, oh. And I looked at my phone, and I go to Twitter, sitting on the stage, the crowd's all out there, I'm at Giant Stadium, and I look on Twitter, and I go to Trends, and on the main trend page, it just says Peter Rosenberg. And I was like, oh, wow, this is nuts. This is a Sunday afternoon at like 5 o'clock, and I was like the third most trending thing in the world. I was just watching my name get bigger in a moment.
97 CJ Peter Rosenberg.
One of the big dramas that happened in New York.
I was reading just my name over and over and over again.
Peter Rosenberg.
All
all these people saying, I don't know who this guy is, but he's dissing my favorite artist.
I'm just really disappointed, and I don't understand how she.
I was reading Who Is This Guy?
What he said, that Starship song was not hip-hop.
Peter Rosenberg.
Man, that's not real hip-hop. One man say one thing, and everybody suffers for this.
He must have gotten some serious cred from this.
Yes, not only was his name getting out there, but it was getting out there as I'm the gatekeeper.
I'm the defender.
I'm the defender of the realness.
I couldn't appreciate it at first because I didn't know if I was maybe going to get fired for messing up Summer Jam.
Because Nikki's beefing with the station.
I wouldn't dare come on your stage or even say something to my fans.
She's calling in, mad at the station.
Apologize to Nicki.
Busta Rhymes gets involved, trying to broker a deal. Funkmaster Flex gets involved.
We exchanged some emails.
They're trying to reach a detente. It becomes a months-long process.
Nuts.
If they say unanimously, no, you were wrong about that song, this is our song, we included in our map of what's going on, stop trying to draw the map.